One of the things that's always fascinated me about medieval period is the significance of woodland. Obviously some woodland was very intensively managed and it was coppiced and it was used to produce a lot of charcoal, which was essential for blacksmithing and armour making. However, there's another kind of woodland which I think we're fairly unfamiliar with, which is basically ancient woodland. One of the things that used to confuse me was, why would a wood act to secure the flank of an army? The woods I've experienced are just trees, lots of clear ground underneath them. You could just ride through them. You might not be able to ride through them line abreast perfectly, but you'd be able to find your way through on horseback. So why would woods actually get in the way of an army and form a defensive perimeter or a defensive end to a shield wall, for example? Well, that's because what we're used to in woodland is very different to what woodlands were like before. We're used to carefully managed, sanitized, cleared up and tidied woodland. Medieval woodland is very different. We've got an example of that kind of thing in the woods behind me. We've managed to find somewhere that's not particularly managed and is a bit wild. Let's go and find out what real medieval woodland might have been like. See, this is one of the problems of an unmanaged woodland. We've got huge branches of an ash tree that have fallen down, completely blocking the way. It's also quite dangerous. They could fall down at any moment. But this stops even foot soldiers, quite frankly, but it certainly stops cavalry dead in their tracks. So imagine a woodland that was even more chaotic than this, even more deep in fallen wood, and you've got the vague picture of a wildwood, of a medieval unmanaged woodland that hasn't been looked after by human beings. It's very different to the kind of woodland we're used to when going for a walk in a park, for example. Just trying to navigate to here has been a little bit difficult. All the saplings, this looks like an unmanaged coppice woodland, and it's pretty chaotic. A lot of these things are quite low. There's a lot of obscuring leaves at this time of year. It would just be a major problem to coordinate movement through this kind of landscape. Good boy.